Now I am here with my friend, the president of Rocky Mountain Construction, Darren Torr. Darren, it's so good to see you again. How are things going at RMC?
It's opening season, so we're busy right now, but we're happy to bring a new addition to the family.
Yeah, this is a really great one. ArieForce One, been on it a bunch today. I'd love to know the origins of how this even happened here at Fun Spot America, Atlanta.
Well, John Jr. reached out to us in February of 2020 in the middle of the pandemic, and it was a tough time for everybody in the industry. And John mentioned to us that he had this vision for this park that he'd purchased in Atlanta, which really was, kind of a small family entertainment center, but he wanted to turn it into, a real park, from that standpoint. And he wanted to make, really put in a cornerstone ride in there that was going to be something that you could build around. And he looked at a couple different, manufacturers, and he really did a lot of due diligence, rides all around the country. And I think he rode just about every ride that was in the U.S. that we built. He didn't go to Europe, but you really thought we were, a good match for what they were looking for. So we collaborated and put together a proposal, and John wanted it to be, extreme and kind of the best hits. He knew what he was looking for based on all the different rides he was had looked at. And he was really, he is a coaster enthusiast at heart.
For sure, yeah.
So, and they're a wonderful family to work with, so we appreciate it.
And I love this theme of the Airy Forest and the flying. I heard there's a rumor that it was originally going to potentially be like a sports team. Are you able to comment on that?
Well, I think there were some sponsorship things that they looked at with some different, local areas. Maybe it'll come together, maybe it won't, down the road. But he was working on it. He is I mean this in the best possible way, a great showman, from that standpoint, a great ambassador for Fun Spot.
For sure. You can tell that there's a lot of love, a lot of family history.
Oh, he's so passionate, and he leans in. He treats the customers well. He treats the employees well. He treats his, partners well. I mean, I think what you see is what you get. When you see him up on, doing his announcements and he breaks into tears, he's so emotional. I mean, it's, I love to work with people like that. And frankly, I think that the country was built by people that, have visions, are willing to be entrepreneurial, passionate, and I think if you put out a great product and take care of people, then it's a great recipe for success.
Let's talk about a little bit more of the specifics of this coaster though, and the design. How different did it end up being from the original, what you wanted? Were there any hiccups along the way? Can you tell us a little?
Well, the funny story is we originally pitched him on that coaster. We had intended to go right through the middle of his arcade, right through the building, and you'd be able to walk right underneath it. But as we got into it, it got to, it's an older building, so there's a lot of mechanical and infrastructure we're going to have to go through. It's got to be a little bit more we wanted to bite off. So, but it was a struggle, building the coaster, just because, if you're into the construction aspect of it, it was the rainy season down here in Georgia. The clay's hard to work with. We had some, huge foundations that we had to put in to be able to support it because, the water table. But, I'm so proud of our guys, the RMC installers, the whole team really, but really leaned in to make it happen. And, our guys worked so hard. And if you ever seen it built, 154 feet in the air or, 200 feet some of our coasters, we've got guys climbing up there, hanging off these coasters, putting their lives on the line to build, bring a wonderful product. And I hope everybody enjoys it and appreciates it.
Well, I know I did. I had so much fun on it today. We had a bunch of ACE members here. They were so excited to be able to get their first chance to ride it. We rode it as much as we possibly could. Tons of airtime and just a beautiful looking coaster, and I think an amazing addition. They are so lucky.
Did it bring a smile on your face?
Every single time. I loved sitting there in the area where everybody was coming back through and seeing the applause.
Front, back, middle, what are you?
Up front. I mean, it feels like you're flying. There's so much airtime on this coaster. What did it say? 19 different airtime moments, I think, is the... But I just felt this the ultimate feeling of flying. And
my favorite is the outward bank turn.
That's so great.
It's like you're flying the whole way around. If you're in the front, I thought it was great.
I love those low barrel rolls there near the end.
The zero G stalls there are great. I think it's one of our smoothest rides we've built. That's the combination of track, but with an angle iron structure, steel structure that we've done here. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much for chatting with us. I'm so glad that you're here.
Glad to be here, and hopefully we'll be doing this many more times.
Definitely. I can't wait to see what the future is for RMC and Fun Spot America for sure.
Thank you, everybody.